When did you throw a party at your parents' house? Or maybe you have kids now and they've thrown a party whenever you were out of town for the weekend and something went wrong. 601-995-1017. And we get to this story because everybody loves a good news story. And there was a story that's trending today about a family in Toronto who had been devastated for the last year after a sentimental painting that was hung up in their home just disappeared. Turns out the son had thrown a party and one of his friends took it, left it out on the street, and then it just vanished.
Oh, no.
So I feel like that aspect of this story is totally being glossed over because the family did get the painting back.
So now it's all happy, and forget about the sins of the son.
Yeah, exactly. But the son throwing a party and inviting somebody over to steal this painting from his family's house, that's not good.
No, it's really bad.
On the 1-year anniversary of the painting going missing, the lady posted on Facebook a picture of it, just seeing if anybody saw it. Less than an hour later, somebody had seen it and brought it to their house.
It was on its way to the thrift store next time I was going. So luckily I had seen this post and was able to get it back to Sarah. I realized the depth of what it meant to her. She was just so beside herself. She was so happy to get the painting back.
I feel so much better that it's back.
No word on what the punishment for the son was, though.
Yeah, I would say he's got a lot of making up to do.
So I never threw parties, and I also never went to like a high school house party or something like that. I was never invited. I was not cool enough. And even if I was cool enough to get invited, I think I'd be too scared to go because I think I had a cousin or something who got an underage drinking one time. And my mom put the fear of God into me if that ever happened to me.
Yeah, that's good parenting right there.
But what about you? Did you ever have something go wrong, throwing a party or going to a party that got busted or something?
So I had something go very wrong at a party. Luckily, it happened while I was still young enough that this party had been approved by my parents.
A sanctioned party.
Yes, but it made me never want to have one that wasn't sanctioned because this was my 8th grade birthday party, and I was still in daycare at that time, had lots of friends.
In 8th grade?
No, my 8th birthday party.
I thought you said 8th grade birthday party. I was like, you were in daycare?
Listen, I was in daycare a long time, but I thought I was so cool at daycare because the age cutoff there was 13 and there were still two 13-year-olds who were in daycare and I was friends with them. So I was like, I am so cool. I'm going to invite these two 13-year-olds to my birthday party. Problem is, these two 13-year-olds hated each other.
Oh, really?
They destroyed my house. They ended up ripping the curtains down from my bedroom because of a fight that they got into. They broke this like nice tea set that my parents had gotten me. They trashed our house, and my parents said, you're never allowed to have a birthday party at the house again.
Oh my gosh. Do you keep up with, did you know what those two are up to?
No, I think I was scared after that. Like, they got me in so much trouble that I think I was scared of them.
Anytime I watch a movie like Superbad, I feel like I really missed out from childhood.
Yeah, you did.
It's Y101, Adam and Allison, and I just said a second ago that I never really went to parties in high school or anything, never threw a party, never even really saw one of those big, like, movie-esque parties. Mm-hmm. And it seems like maybe I missed out. I don't know.
This whole conversation made me remember there were two guys I was friends with in college. They were roommates. They were known for throwing parties. Like, their apartment was the party apartment, but they had learned from some past mistakes.
Oh, interesting.
They would always put tarp. They would cover their entire apartment with tarp on the floor because people were always spilling drinks and they were tired of having to scrub the alcohol out of their floors. The other rule that they had to make up was they had to not let people sleep over anymore because one time they let a guy sleep over. He stole their TV. He walked out with their TV.
Oh, these are all lessons that can be learned from throwing parties.
Right?
I was such like a goody two-shoes about certain things as a kid. This is actually kind of funny. Once I was 21, this is probably 10 years ago or so, I was at my parents' house visiting and I wanted to get a drink and I was looking for a mixed drink. That's what I was hoping for. And my parents had all their liquor locked up in cabinets in their basement behind the bar. And I was like, oh, that stinks. And my brother was like, what do you mean that stinks? You just unscrew the knob and move the lock.
He already had it figured out. That's hilarious.
It was really funny.
That is the mark of the older sibling or the oldest sibling versus the younger ones who it's like they know how to get around the rules.
Yeah. Do we have anything on the text line or anything about crazy things that have went down at house parties?
Can't believe this story from James. It says one time in high school, I had a few friends over, and one of my friends thought it'd be really funny to steal my dog. My parents didn't find it funny, though.
No, that doesn't sound funny at all.
Yeah, I would not find that humorous. I think your parents would be like, no more people.
Wow, that's funny. Jeez.
This one says, my roommate threw a party in college without telling me. A guy got so drunk he fell through our coffee table and shattered it.
Oh, my gosh.
I wonder whose coffee table it was, too. I bet it was Christina's because she's still bitter about it.
Yeah, still not happy about how that went down.